What's going on, everybody? Back at it again here. LS Swap 5.3 for my Caprice Classic. Working on this harness day 3. So today is actually the longest I've ever worked on this harness. And I did a lot of taking out wires this time. So it looks like a mess right now, but it's actually a lot cleaner than what it was. You got some wires that I took out here. And coming on over here, there's the rest of the damage. So that's all the wires that I took out that I don't need, such as your AC, your rear O2 sensors, to four-wheel drive stuff, to coolant level sensors, and a few other things as well. So those all you don't need. And everything else that I have here is everything else that I will need to make this engine run. I matched everything to, again, this is a guy's information that he put on his YouTube page. You can do it too. And he also referenced lt1swap.com, which I have up on the internet here. And I was referencing that as well. And everything matched up to what I have here. I was just following everything and deleting wires as I go, and everything matched up. So everything here I have labeled, such as your TCC brake switch lockup, to what is this? Your key 12-volt source, fan relays. You actually have to add a pin for a fan relay on the blue 42 connector, I think, in the PCM plug. So if you're running dual fans, you're gonna have to add a plug for fan relay 1 and fan relay 2. But I mean, everything I have here. So all these wires here, like your tack, fan relay again, what else is here? Your mill, so that's your check engine light. So all this stuff here will actually, or most of it will run inside the car. So like your check engine light, you know, your oil pressure, you want to check that, and a few other things as well. So, and then you have your 2 relay fan wires there that'll run to your fan. So, and then all this here bundled up, that is your injectors and coil plugs and your starter wire. This is the big purple wire is your starter wire, and a couple grounds, and my oil pressure wire is in there as well. I have to extend some of these wires too, so they'll come over here. But everything I need is right here. I got it all down. I was really intimidated at first to try to tackle this, but as I started researching more and was kind of figuring out, you know, it's really not that bad. And I'm hoping I wasn't getting in over my head, but it all worked out. So another thing here I want to message or relay to you guys here is your neutral safety switch. So if you're running a 4L60E, this is one I was kind of stumped on and confused, but I went to lt1swap.com and actually found some information on it, because I was confused on how I can hook up my 4L60E and the neutral safety switch and how that all ties into here. So I guess on this big plug here that plugs into the neutral safety switch, which is this right there, you only need this black and white thin wire here, if I can find it. This one. So there's 6 wires here, I believe. Sorry for the dirty hands, y'all. This harness was dirty. I cut, the lt1swap.com says you can cut the rest, but leave this black wire on. So you need that wire for something, I have no idea. But I guess you need that wire. And the smaller plug that plugs also into the neutral safety switch, you need all 4 of those wires, so you can't cut any of those. Although when I got this harness, these 2 wires were actually pulled out of the plug. So I have another plug over there, so I'm just gonna cut these off here and just resolder them back together. So I have those plugs as well. So yeah, so you cut those 4 or 5 wires off because you don't need these. So I think there's 2 green, 1 purple, 1 pink, and 1 yellow. So that equals 5. But you have to keep this black one black with a white stripe connected, and then keep on the smaller switch or the smaller plug all 4 connected to the neutral safety switch. So that's one thing that I was kind of stumped on that might help you guys out. But everything else, y'all, went pretty smooth. I just followed this here. Again, from You Can Do It Too. Made this diagram out. He also referenced lt1swap.com. These are the diagrams from lt1swap.com. Again, everything in yellow you delete and take out. So I just marked stuff off as I go. And added a relay plug there for into the pin for the blue connector. And everything in blue, as mentioned, you should keep. So I have those that I kept as well, and shoot, man, everything went smooth. So just time consuming. I've been working on it for a few hours. Let me think of anything else that I got stumped on. So, another thing here too is, so obviously you got to have a lot of grounds with these plugs. And so what I found out is you have some little junctions here, grounding junctions here and here. So what they were doing is they had these grounding junctions, and they basically merged all the grounds from like all the wires, their sensors, and anything that needed light or anything like that plugged in. They just plugged into kind of like 2 common grounds, so that way they didn't have grounds running all over the place. So you'll have those 2 junctions there. So what I might do is, this harness has like 2 or 3 different grounds that bolt onto the block. I might actually run them eventually all together into 1 common ground, so that way I could just make 1 common ground to the engine block, and that way I don't have grounds all over the place. So we'll see how that works. But anyways, y'all, this is it. All done. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, and sorry for the long video, but these harnesses can be a biatch, and I wanted to kind of give back and see what I can do here, and you know, help somebody out if needed, and kind of go from there. So I'll probably double check this thing, make sure everything's good tomorrow or sometime later this week, and then wait for my parts to come in. I bought some some new looming stuff to loom it back up, tape, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll be good to go. So anyways, y'all, thanks for tuning in, and we'll holla at y'all later.